just got an alert saying that my sound alerts is offline. So I'm gonna try and fix that quick. Let's see. Let's look at this. Hey there, can you guys try to play a test sound for me? And I hope the sound actually here is good, too.
Moist.
Everybody else hear that?
Hey, phrasing!
Alright, sweet. Well, hey, Nail, thanks for following. Okay, so, now that all that's working, let's go over a little bit of what I've done. Had a little bit of a busy day today since I wasn't at work. Actually got some painting done. So, put together the last Mando after I got the arms magnetized, which that is this gal here. And as you can see, I've even painted the helmet yellow. Gotten some lines on there. And there's the sword, the Beskar sword, which I'll paint up tonight. And then her blaster. So the magnets actually work pretty good. And yeah, I'll go over some of the other characters that I've managed to paint tonight. Here is the work I've done on Ursa Wren. Now, I hope you guys can actually see the gray lines on the helmet. I tried to create it as best I could from what's on Rebels. And then here's her son, Tristan Wren, which, again, no, let's have that focus. How do they work? Magic, yeah. Tried to get his armor markings. Since these two were actually named characters, they actually had a lot of special armor markings. And a lot of the other characters just seem to have the same symbol, but I just kind of figured, oh, I'll make them look different. I'll give this guy like 2 stripes on his helmet, and they're all yellow, of course. Blech. Or like, this gal gave her just like a lining of yellow around her helmet. And I gave them all yellow shoulder pads and did a little bit of yellow on the knee pads too. But here's some of the work that I've gotten done. And here's another one where I just kind of did yellow cheek plates on there. Yeah, yellow is the best color. Yeah. Said no painter ever. But it is what it is. Dang, and I didn't look up cloak colors for the clan. The Angry Eyes, I forget what they call them. Yeah. Whoa, yeah, you are up incredibly early, Michael. Morning to you, and evening to everyone else. Did you just see everything, or do you want me to do the showcase of everything I've gotten done so far? Okay. Here is Ursa Wren. She's the matriarch of Clan Wren. I managed to get some freehand that's close to the design on her armor and on her helmet that she had in Rebels. Thank you. 2 different coats. It was a brown and a yellow, and then just a yellow. And then here's her son, Tristan Wren, which I tried to kind of mimic some of the designs for his helmet. The stuff on the armor was easier than the stuff on the helmet. And I gave them all yellow shoulder pads. And a lot of them had just the same design, so I just kind of went with having them look different, so they're at least easy to tell apart. So, like, this guy has 2 yellow stripes on top of his helmet. And then this gal kind of has the angry eyes on hers. And here's this guy just like with yellow cheek plates. Because looking at all the reference pictures, the only ones who had any markings on their armor were like the clan leaders, or like the heirs to the clan leaders. So everyone else had markings on their helmets. Yeah, there's that. And then one more here. Well, you have this wonderful handheld device, Warboy, to where you could look it up and find it out. Okay, and for this cape, since I didn't get a chance to look it up, I might go... because Clan Wren, aside from yellows and grays, they seem kind of, lack of a better term, bland. Okay, Michael, well, since you're here, I can just pester you, then. Which color would you want for the cape? Would you want Storm Vermin Fur or Baneblade Brown? Granted, I will probably do a wash over it, but honestly, at this, I really couldn't find any reference pictures for cloaks, so it's going to kind of stick with like the neutral grayish, yellowish tones. Okay, it's the one I was leaning towards too, but now that you're here, it can be your fault. Your fault. Okay. And starting out with the intense stare, like, right away, too. I hope everyone else's day was good. Had a nice long chat, or hour-long chat with Michael where we were going to paint together. And we didn't. Or at least I got some stuff painted on the bases, and then I'm like, okay, I'll let this dry and I'll get back to it. I did. After we were done talking. But it was totally worth it. Alright. Okay, guys. Kind of need to scoot away. Give me some room to work here. Alright. Yeah, it really is. Especially, well, I was going to say, especially when we talk about D&D or things like that. But just when we get to chatting anyways, like, it's just hard to paint. Except for our co-stream, which will be the 22nd of this month at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. UK time. So be there or be square or just watch the replay on Twitch or YouTube. Whenever they fix that, which I've noticed there's been problems with that as far as exporting videos from Twitch to YouTube, but I think it's because of that whole hacking incident that it kind of has, lack of a better term, buggered up the works for the time being. Okay, and then I noticed I did not paint her gun yet. which I'm using the old reliable of 6-shooter from Turbo Dork. Then I was thinking about, because she has a Beskar sword. I was thinking of what colors to paint that, and it just kind of dawned on me. Like there's a huge security breach at Twitch. They kind of tried to keep it under the wraps, but they at least contacted out to people saying they changed streaming keys and stuff like that, where they got most people's passwords. But I had two-factor authorization, so yeah, if you haven't changed your passwords on Twitch, you might want to, unless you have two-factor authorization. Well, yeah, Beskar color, duh. Well, Beskar is kind of like the, lack of a better term, it's like the Mithril of the Star Wars universe. So, what I was going to do for this blade was actually I was going to do Stormholst Silver, and then I was going to paint the edge of the blade Sophie Silver to make it look even more bright. Yes, very light colored steel. You know, oh darn, I've had to watch The Mandalorian for inspiration on how the armor and everything looks. So, the sacrifices I make for my craft, I know you all are weeping for me right now. Especially Michael. Huh. Yeah, whatever will... Yeah, and I just checked all of those too, and they worked right before the stream. Here, let me play a test one too. Yeah, test one worked. I have no idea, Michael, why it didn't work. But thank you for subscribing again. I appreciate it greatly. Let's see. We did watch Season 2 premiere together like we were supposed to. Okay, yeah, it might just be like, oh yeah, you just continued, good job. Well yeah, Warboy, if you're still in town when Book of Boba comes on, we could probably watch that together. And at least now that they have the watch party option too, even if you're not able to do it, we could still watch it together. Do these little bits here. Plus, let's face it, this time last year, too, I had a lot on my plate. Okay, so that blade doesn't touch. Oh, yeah. Here you go, Michael. Nice little test. Got that and her blaster completely magnetized. I know, I wish you could hang out, too. Stupid us living across the sea from each other and everything. And then I figure I'll be gluing on other bits, probably even doing some washes. Yeah. Yeah, just hop across the pond, Michael. Be easy. Just take just get on the plane, take a Dramamine, and tell the stewardess, wake me up when I'm in the States. See? Simple. Just say, I'm going to fall asleep now, you wake me up when I get there. Then I'm hitting these with just some iron breaker for these little wrist comm attachments. See how good this magnet actually holds it in place. Not too bad. Let's get something here. Sorry, just looking at a reference picture just for a little inspiration. Okay. On this, I will probably do these little rings in the 6-shooter just to make it look a little bit more interesting. I try to use reference material with everything that I do, especially if it's something that actually has officially licensed images, or like these came from Rebels. So I looked at as much Rebels stuff as I could just for my own reference point. Because I want to try to make this as accurate as possible. At least in my little OCD mind. Okay, let's get that. Yeah, I didn't get these yet. Aha! Yeah, lots of just little details on these right now. Then I'll probably paint this base up. Then I might start working on the Rebel Trooper upgrade pack. Just because that's the one I want to do next. Then I'll work on the Death Troopers last. Yeah, it had been a while for me too to watch all of those. Especially now since Filoni and Favreau are in charge of all the Star Wars stuff, and they're just drawing off of everything that they did in Clone Wars and Rebels, just to bring it to the forefront. Aren't they a little small to be accurate Mandos? They're like mini Mandos. Ha! When you paint D&D Pathfinder, you can kind of get away with any color combo, but things like Star Wars, when you've watched the films, yeah, you kind of have to. Unless you're just using these Mandalorians as a base for your own clan, and then you can just kind of take it from there. And yes, I'll agree with Uncle Tass that both are worth a watch. Yes, I've watched Bad Batch. You definitely need to watch the last season of Clone Wars to kind of get a primer on who the Bad Batch are. But then from there, it's actually pretty good. I give it 2 thumbs up. It's definitely worth a watch. Yeah, I was watching it as it comes out. I kind of like watching other YouTube. Yes, Mandalorian saved Star Wars because it was going kind of down the crapper. Yeah, I was liking watching Star Wars Theory and some of his breakdowns on each of the episodes, which I know you could go back and watch them, but it was kind of cool just, I don't know, watching it in quote-unquote real time. with the rest of the world and just kind of watching the plot unfold together. Which might be a little bit, but you know, if you don't want to watch something, then don't watch it. But on that note, I will say Star Wars Visions, the anime episodes that they came out with, most of them really good. Yeah, amazing what happens when you have an actual story plan. You're not just winging it movie to movie. Gee, no, a big studio would they wouldn't do that, would they? Ugh, God. All right. Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying Lucas was perfect either, but at least he had more of a concise storyline. He had an overarching plot that he was aiming for. Alright, now let's see how this Sophie Silver looks on the edge of the blade. Might have to do a few coats, but honestly I'm thinking that's looking pretty good. This is one of the new Citadel Color STC brushes. I just figured they were the new fully synthetic brushes. And my guy at my GW store gave me as honest an opinion as a guy working at a GW store can give, and I know he's not bullshitting me. Yeah, he said this is a good one to just start with and see if you like it. It does maintain its point pretty good and snaps back pretty good. There, I don't know how good you can see that Sophie Silver on there. I think that looks pretty good. Definitely makes it look more like a Beskar blade than just a regular steel blade, I think. But yeah, and honestly, the bristles on these are supposed to start out white. But once you start using them, they get stained with what color you use. And they just never, Sequel Trilogy had a plan to make a ton of money. Yeah, come on, Barf, we're not in this for money. We're in it for a shitload of money. Okay. Now that we've had our Spaceball quote for the night, at least the first one, where the HE double hockey stick, there it is. Yeah, I'll just do a tad bit of shading. Or I don't know if I want to shade these right now. I'm kind of happy with how how they've looked right now. Or how they're looking right now. I can English, guys. Maybe I'll hit the cloth underneath the armor, but I'll leave the armor alone, because I actually really like how that looks. Yeah. Okay, so just... See, Michael, you would fit in so well here in the States. At least with all my nerd friends, you'd fit in. Okay, just a quick wash on at least the cloth parts. And then that might just be good enough for these. Well, I'll do a wash over these two. Yep. Warboy does love his motorcycles. And I appreciate them, I just don't have one myself. Yeah, I think the yellow turned out really good on the back part there. I do, I just don't have one. And I've never had the real drive to get one. But I'm glad I ooze biker vibe. Or is oozing a good thing? So I feel like I should get that looked at if I'm oozing something. Oh yeah, like... And that too, I've driven around enough with the general public here in this state to never trust them. Yeah, true, it does. Well, I can make good bike noises, just blah 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 blah. See, sounds just like a Harley. Proper fucked Harley too. Yeah, I didn't say it was a good Harley. I just said it sounded like a Harley. Okay, got that one. Got that one. Got her. Getting him. Back roads with no people because people are stupid. Yeah. I think just washes on this cloth here. So gonna be that nice little touch. The armor doesn't really need much of anything, I think. Unless you think so, Michael. Yeah, that they are. Some people are just blind drivers. And that's just it too. If I was a biker, I would be wearing full gear. I know Warboy's making a weird face at helmet, but nah, I would always wear a helmet. But that's my personal choice. I don't need a helmet for my trike, but the law in Scotland says you have to wear a helmet. Yeah, and it's the law in Nebraska here too that you have to wear a helmet if you're on a motorcycle. Then I know you go over to Iowa and you don't have to wear one. No, and plus, my mom worked the ER, and even in our small rural community, she had enough times where somebody would have lived in a motorcycle accident had they been wearing their helmet. So I guess I got bombarded with that too, that if ever I was going to be on a motorcycle, that I was going to wear a helmet. So... Which is what I would probably wear anyways, like a skull helmet. Now, however, if I was ever on a crotch rocket, I would be wearing, like, the full helmet for that. My mom was the med tech for a small rural hospital, so she would be the one that the docs would always. She would be the one who would have to draw blood and do blood tests on people to find out what blood type they had, or also what was wrong with people in the ER or just in the hospital in general, stuff like that. But it's a small enough community that she helped work the ER as well while she was on call. So, yeah, either shifty or derpy. Amen, Sojan. Full helmet and riding leathers with carbon inserts. So I've seen way too many stupid drivers working where I work, even in construction sites. People are stupid. Okay. Got washes on all that. That's looking pretty good. Might do one more coat on this. Alright, let's change the subject. So, what do you think's going to happen in Book of Boba Fett, everybody? Even you, Delay Capture, I know you haven't seen it yet. I will change that eventually. But, what do you think's going to happen? No, it's Disney Plus. That won't happen. People over here hate my Harley because of the angry loud pipes. They do not realize the pipes are just beautiful sound. Yeah. Amen, Michael. Okay, I think this one is pretty much dry. Oh, dang it, I missed a complete Mando. She was hiding behind some Gorilla Glue. Yeah. But it wasn't hiding behind the gorilla with a brush, because that would be a surprise if he was just suddenly in my basement. Oh, no, that's fine. I don't mind a little bit of that, but not quite my jam. But it's a lot of people's jams, I understand that, so that's why I let it go. Not sure. Building Criminal Empire obviously will probably fight the Empire, Republican scoundrel. Guessing he'll start to right some of the wrongs that the Hutts committed while being an anti-hero. Alright. Warboy, your thoughts? Okay, and actually, real quick, I would be too, or I would be shocked if he didn't show up. There, I'll say it that way. They're at the perfect spot to bring Hondo Ohnaka back. Or at least into live action. Which ones in particular are you talking about, Michael? Because I play, well, it's an online one, but it's a mobile game. I actually play that with Uncle Tass. accusations, proves him over somehow, and then consistently on the run from him. Stuff. Was away. Jodocast was masquerading. Didn't they bring Jodocast into the comics and he was like the rival Mando gang and he killed Jaster Mariel? Alright. Okay. I thought that had happened in the comics, but then again, I don't know if those Boba Fett comics are canon or not. Jaster was killed by Vizsla that found the Death Watch. What do you think this? I'll have to check that out. I'm sorry, just throwing away bottle of glue that actually I don't need anymore. Okay, yep, pinch those together a little bit. That'll work. Oh, by the way, I found a neat trick with super glue. What's that, Sojan? Oh, yeah, but here's something my dad and I did at ReaperCon. It looks like this sometimes. That'll kind of crystallize and stuff like that. So yeah, this was from a kit bash. He had back elves. Tragic story. Then he had spirits coming out of his shields. Yeah, well, and it helps sometimes if you have just like a paper plate, sprinkle, glue, and go. And hello, Kiko. Gee, he's calling for backup. And going pew 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 as he flies away. Okay, and she gets this one. Oh, well, all right. All right. Good night, Uncle Tass. Thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate it. Okay. Well, when you were here, which way did you cross, he's asking. Need more pew 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 pew. Okay. Let's see where this goes. Goes right there, like about that. There we go. She's in her action pose. Yeah, all the little church pews. Okay, and yeah, might as well do some base rim painting while we're here. Then I will probably, oh wow, hour already flew by pretty much. But then I'll probably still start on the Rebel Trooper upgrade pack. On the Basilisk War Droid. Well, at some point here, I'll have to paint the TIE Fighter that Michael sent me, and a few of the other Mandalorians. Well, there is the hover tank for the Separatists. Nope, not that I'm aware of. Yeah, but they have the B1 battle droids, the B2s, the droidicas, the scout hover bike things, and then quite a few other named characters and stuff like that. which some of those look cool. And Michael, did you see that they actually released a Master Yoda now for the Clone Wars expansion? Yeah, just saw it on their Twitter the other day that they were releasing a Master Yoda. Yeah. Prices going up everywhere. Okay. Okay, and while those are drying, well, would you guys want me to start putting together some of the, I'll get that later, the Rebel Trooper upgrade? Or would you want me just to BS for a little bit while the paint dries? And real quick, I'm going to hydrate. Gotcha, Michael. I'll make sure to send that one back. It is actually kind of a cool box. Yeah, very quick hour. And yeah, in a little over a week, I got these guys done. I knew I could do it. Alright, I'll slap some of them together. And actually, since I got Michael here, two of these Rebel Troopers, wow, that is glary. Two of them have heavy weapons options, and two of them, it's either heavy weapons or regular blasters. For these specialists, do you just want me to go with heavy weapons? Or the upgrade pack? Yeah, and actually the cool part too with these guys is there are there's Ithorians. Christ, I forget what these two are, and then just a human. Okay, all heavy weapons for the expansion troopers. Makes it easy. Oh, God, I forget what the three-eyed guys are. Move these guys off just a little bit so they can dry. Okay. Michael will be able to answer that question before me. I'm at this point, I am just painting the miniatures. He's the one who plays the game. Oh, they're called Grands? Okay. Thank you. I used to know all of that stuff. And I'm slipping in some of my old age, but I'm not as up on the lore as I used to. 40K kind of took its place for a little while there. Grab it. Well, alright. Those legs went somewhere. Ah, wait. Aha. Be right back. Well, I know you at least looked it up, Sojan. Yep, gone forever. No, I found it right away. Okay, Legion is similar to 40K with a point system. Yeah. He's now Legless Bill. Yeah, I've actually found that this Gorilla Glue actually sets quicker than Loctite. At least in most circumstances. Yep. And as if to make me eat those words. Alright, I'll leave that alone. Let that set up. Yeah, unless you use too much. Or unless I'm saying that it sets up quick and then it just decides not to. Yeah, hopefully I will. Well, I mean, I will get them next year at some point. And yeah, then I'll definitely paint them on here for you. Ah, yes, and of course, this guy. The Ithorian. Yeah, troll magic. Yep, good old Hammerhead. At least luckily these guys have like slots to where the backpacks only go a certain way, and so do the arms. Yeah, and it's bad. I actually know the Ithorian that you see in A New Hope is called Mawadon. Can't wait to get my Black Tower game. Yeah, yeah, try and type up a synopsis of that, or go ahead and share the link if you want to, Sojan, so that Michael can see it. Yeah, Sojan backed this game called the Black Tower. No relation to the Stephen King stuff. But it had what, like 300 plus minis in it, in addition to a tower that like randomly throws out dice for where miniatures go. I mean, it's a crazy concept, and it seemed really cool. Well, he's trying to look straight ahead, so that's why he's cross-eyed, right? See, he's pointing that way, so... Yeah, you know it all. Ooh, man, some nasty mold lines on some of these. They'll have to trim, shave down. I'll definitely do that off screen. Unless people actually want to see that, but... Weird thing to put out there, Warboy. Yeah, I might go ahead and click on that link too. Oh, hut babies. Okay. I was gonna say, alright, that's like 2 strikes right there. Yeah, let's see. 2 dozen designers, 1 to 4 heroes. Yeah, I'm kind of looking through it right now. Okay, well maybe I'll save that for next time, just so you can kind of see how I deal with mold lines. Yeah, apparently an app controls the tower. Yeah. Base components, yeah. 4 heroes, 16 buildings. 12 folk cars, 42 folk tokens. Didn't you get the version with the miniatures in it too, Sojan? Okay. Yeah, the Dark Horde. Good lord. Okay, yeah. He got the Dark Horde, which, looks like it comes with 3 plastic quest markers, and then, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. at least 65 minis. Okay, I will share my screen here. Yeah, so there's brigands, some ogres. Yeah, it goes from 18 millimeter to some 40 to some 60, 85 millimeter Titan, a Striga, assassin, a 70 millimeter dragon. Yeah, I saw there was some 70 and 80 millimeter stuff in there. Ice Herald. Oh, that looks delightfully disgusting. Yeah, old school hex bases. Coin of the Realm. Oh, and you got the neoprene board too, Sojan? All right. Well, I will be busy. Yeah, 42 foes, 2 new heroes. Oh, yeah. I remember some of the clicking bases. That's pretty cool. And yeah, both Michael and I actually got the updated Hero Quest 2, which will be coming at some point late this year, if not next year. So, but alright, I'd say that was a pretty good stream. Good ending there. So yeah, Kiko, I'll save some of this stuff to show you on the next stream. And yeah, hopefully by tomorrow I will have finished pictures for this, for the Mandalorians. I have one more of the Inferno Squad to work on, but I finally got him primed up. And yeah, I need to take finished pictures of the Scout Troopers. I don't know if I did for the Shore Troopers or not. Maybe I will. Yeah, we will at some point, War Boy. But yeah, and I'll see you later this week, Kiko. Yeah, good night and good morning to all of you. It's worth it for all the tech and heck. The minis are all almost worth it by themselves. Yeah, like the workings of that tower are just nuts. So, but all right. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I felt it was a great stream. Had a good crowd tonight. Yeah, so I'll see you all on Wednesday's stream. And just yeah, have a good night and remember to keep painting.